Saving $100,000 on a low salary is not easy, but it sounds impossible to most people until you see the plan that actually works. Now, let's be honest, most of the advice you've heard about money probably sounds horrible. No lattes, no vacations, no jeans, no fun. And if you're making $35 to $40K a year, you've been told that your only hope is to budget every penny and somehow wait 78,000 years to have enough. But I want to show you a different way. I've helped people on $35,000 salaries save six figures without having to restrict their coffee purchases. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too, using psychology, automation, and big wins. And stick around because by the end, you will have a clear plan to save $100,000, even if you're earning less than $40K, and it'll only take you 1 hour per month to manage it. Let's get into it. Saving $100,000 is not just about being disciplined. It's about having the right system and the right mindset. Let's say you make $50,000 a year. You live in an expensive city. Rent is expensive. Groceries are expensive. You don't always have time to cook, so you order takeout a few times a week. You try to cut back, but every time you make progress, life gets in the way. It feels like you make one step forward, 2 steps back. So you start asking, should I cancel Spotify? What if I buy generic peanut butter? Maybe I should stop eating out altogether. But here's the thing, you could cut everything and still never get ahead. Let me show you what happens when you only focus on the small stuff. Annual income, $50,000. Tries to save $50 a month manually. Adds up to $600 a year. Does not invest consistently, does not negotiate salary, does not automate anything. 30 years later, their savings have grown to about $31,000. And they still feel anxious about money every day. That's the cost of playing defense. You think small, you play small, you get small results. Now let's flip the script. What if the same person with the same income negotiated a $5,000 raise, or automated their finances using a conscious spending plan, and invested just $200 a month in a low-cost index fund? 30 years later, that person has built over $230,000 in a portfolio, and they can still order takeout guilt-free. You see, this is not about skipping lattes. This is about big $30,000 questions, like, am I automating my savings and investments? Am I building the skill of negotiating my salary? And am I building a system that automatically makes success likely? Guys, we are done playing defense. Starting now, you're going on offense with your money. Now, you've seen how most people play defense with their money and where that path leads. Now let's talk about why. Because if you're trying to save $100,000 and you're still following the advice you heard from some random bro wearing an Under Armour shirt on TikTok, you're not just wasting your time, you are actually actively sabotaging yourself. So before we build your system, we need to burn some of this toxic advice to the ground. Myth number 1, you're broke because you buy coffee. Reality, a $5 latte is not your problem. A $4,000 raise is probably your solution. Myth number 2, renting is throwing money away. Reality, no, it's not. Just like going out to eat at a sushi restaurant is not throwing your money away on sushi. Buying a house can be one of the worst financial decisions you make if you don't actually run the numbers and you're not ready. Renting can actually be a superior financial decision, but in both cases, you need to understand the numbers. Myth number 3, you just need to budget harder. Reality, when was the last time your budget actually worked? 1968? Budgets for the vast majority of people are punishment. They force you to play small. They require you to track infinite amounts of information. At the very end of the month, what do you get? A spreadsheet with a bunch of numbers. It doesn't actually tell you what to do. On the other hand, a conscious spending plan is freedom, giving you a system to look forward and to hit your goals. So I think it's time to stop listening to the lies. It's time to stop feeling guilty. Let's figure out how to hit your goal and feel good about it. Are you trying to save money every month? Let me ask you this. Do you try to feed your dog every day? No? How come it's so easy? How come it's almost automatic to do that? And yet when it comes to saving money, we use the word try. I don't try to save money. I make it happen automatically. Saving and investing money is not about discipline. It's not about luck. It's about building a system that runs automatically and actually works for your life. If you want to save more without even trying, you need to set up your system right from the start. Let me show you how to build it step by step. Step 1, open a high yield savings account. Use this account for your emergency fund and short or mid-term savings. Stop leaving money in your checking account doing nothing. Step 2, set up your 401k through your employer. If they offer a match, take it. That's free money. Step 3, open up a Roth IRA at Schwab, Fidelity, or Vanguard. Assuming you are eligible for a Roth IRA, this is an amazing investment account, even if you can only put in $50 a month. Step 4, consider your investments. A lot of people like low-cost index funds. I personally love target date funds. I don't have to pick individual stocks. It works for me automatically, boom. Step 5, automate your transfers. Bills, savings, investments, set it and forget it. Step 6, create sub-savings accounts for those big purchases that you know you're gonna make. For example, a vacation. You don't just go on vacation and spend whatever. You actually calculate before you go how much is it gonna cost, and you save that money in a vacation fund ahead of time. Now, the real flex here is not actually needing to know what day is payday or when am I gonna transfer the money, because the system automatically does it for you. And it takes about an hour to set this up, sometimes a couple of days. But once you set it up correctly, you're never gonna have to worry about where your money is going again. And here's the thing, once your financial system is running, you start thinking bigger. You start thinking about the future, about what happens if something goes wrong, especially if you have children or people who depend on you, like a spouse or parents. You need to make sure they are protected and financially secure. And that means making sure you have term life insurance, which is where today's sponsor comes in. Fabric by Gerber Life is term life insurance you can get done today. It's made for busy parents like you, all online, it's on your schedule, right from your couch. You could be covered in under 10 minutes with no health exam required. If you've got kids, and especially if you're young and healthy, it's a great time to lock in rates now. Even if you have life insurance through your employer, it may not offer enough protection for your family, and it may not follow you if you leave your job. Fabric has flexible, high-quality policies that fit your family, like $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. There's no risk, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. Join the thousands of parents who trust Fabric to help protect their family. Apply today in just minutes at meetfabric.com/Ramit Sethi, or click the link in the description below. All right, by now your financial system is in place. It's running automatically. Now it's time for the strategy that can take you from saving a little bit to building real wealth. And this is a very important step of the process. This is something most people never do, your big win. You know, you don't need 10 different strategies. You actually just need one that truly works. Because one big win can do more for your savings than a lifetime of skipping coffee or hoarding those hot sauces at Taco Bell. And this is how you actually unlock real progress. Option 1 for the big win, negotiate your salary. Let's say you negotiate a $5,000 raise. Over 20 years, that's $100,000. And yes, I've got a script for you. This has worked for thousands of people. You could be leaving a ton of money on the table. Please don't. Please build the skill of negotiating your salary. Option 2, start a side income. This is actually one of my favorites. You can earn an extra $500 a month or $6,000 a year, and over time, that money compounds into 6 figures. Now, you already have skills right now that people would pay you for. Tutoring, writing, coaching, Excel, personal style, personal organizing, pet sitting, whatever. My Earn 1K system will show you how to take those skills and turn them into a profitable side business. You want to test it? Search Reddit, Fiverr, Google. If people are already paying for it, you are good. Option 3, increase your investments by 1% every single year. Let's say you're currently investing 8% of take-home pay. Every December 15th, you set up a calendar reminder to increase that number 1%. So next year, it's gonna be 9%. Then the year after that, 10%. If you simply do that for 10 years, you will accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you ordinarily would have. That's a big win. So you only need to pick one of these. One of these big wins can be worth more than agonizing over the price of dessert for your entire life. Drop a comment below. Which big win are you gonna choose? What, did you think I was gonna come here and give you a big old hug? Oh, Ramit Sethi, so cuddly. Oh, so nice. Not on this channel. You want somebody to hug you? Go find your grandma. This is I will teach you to be rich. Look, I know what's coming. Every time I lay out a plan like this, I get the same excuses. I don't have time. I'm not good with money. What if I fail? Let me just answer those for you right now. Reality number one, you don't need hours every single week to manage your money. You need 1 hour a month to monitor your system. If you are spending more time than that, you've probably taken a wrong turn somewhere way back there. Reality number two, the system does the work for you. You do not have to manually log in, etc. I don't even have any financial apps on my phone. Why would I? My system does it for me. Reality number three, even if you put this system into place and get it 85% of the way right, you are way ahead of everybody else. We are not aiming for perfection. We are aiming to get started. All right, now that we've crushed the excuses, let's talk about the plan that actually makes your 100K goal real. This is where it all comes together. No, this is not a budget. I don't like budgets. Budgets don't work. They make you feel guilty. They punish you for wanting to live your life. They require you to track all kinds of information and then make sense of it. But a conscious spending plan, that's freedom. A conscious spending plan lets you proactively decide where you want your money to go. And as long as you are hitting 4 key numbers, you can spend your money however you want. You want to take a huge vacation? Go ahead. You want to get some new shirts from Viore? Go ahead. It's up to you. Do whatever you want. You get to spend extravagantly on the things you love, and you get to cut costs mercilessly on the things you don't. So if you want to travel, you hate cooking, you want to feed your dog some type of really cool exotic food from Switzerland, it's your money. It's your rich life. Now, here's the part that most people miss. Once you've built your conscious spending plan and you've chosen your big win, you need to know what you're aiming for. Because it's not just about feeling good today, it's about knowing exactly where your system is taking you. So the CSP, or conscious spending plan, is broken down into 4 buckets. 50 to 60% for fixed costs like rent or mortgage, bills, groceries, debt payments. 5 to 10% for savings. 5 to 10% for investments, ideally more. And 20 to 35% for guilt-free spending. So we're talking about the conscious spending plan because this is the tool that's going to make your $100,000 goal real. Without a CSP, it's all just vibes. I'm going to try to save more. I'm going to spend less. I need to be better. What? What the f***? Some of you have not adopted a winning strategy since you were 3 years old. Well, that's about to change. This CSP shows you exactly how much to save and where that money is going, and most importantly, how to enjoy your life while doing it. Now, once you've built your CSP and you've chosen your big win, now we can answer the question, how long will it actually take me to save $100,000? Let me show you the numbers. Option 1, investing. Let's run the numbers. Assuming you're investing the money and getting a real return of 7%, if you want $100,000 in 15 years, you can invest $321 a month. You go, it's too long. Okay, you want it in 10 years. Invest $585 a month. Nope, I want it faster. I want it in 5 years. Cool, that means you have to invest $1,405 a month. Do you see? Now it's not magic, it's just math. To me, this is enormously clarifying. Option 2, let's say that you're going to save the money instead of investing it. So we're going to assume that you are putting it in a high yield savings account, but we need to compare apples to apples and take inflation out of the calculation. So if you want to make $100,000 in 15 years or 10 years or 5 years, this is how long it will take you. Now compare the two. You can see that if you want to make $100,000 in any reasonable amount of time, you probably should be investing and not just saving. And with your big win and your system in place, suddenly these numbers are actually achievable. Might take 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, maybe longer, but you know the plan, you're on the path, and you don't have to worry about skipping the occasional coffee. Can we talk about what this actual money means to you? It could be the down payment on your first house. It could be the freedom to walk away from a job that you really don't enjoy. It could be a year of traveling or building a business or figuring out what you really want to do. Or it could simply be a safety net that no one can take away from you. This is not just about the number. I always want you to ask yourself, what does this mean to my rich life? This is freedom that you can actually experience. Now, there is something that quietly holds a lot of people back, especially as they start to save and invest and put money in the bank. Spending guilt. A lot of us were taught to fear money. Remember those phrases you heard growing up? Money doesn't grow on trees. Don't be wasteful. We can't afford that. So what happens is you start believing that spending money means you're bad, that only saving means you're good, that wanting nice things makes you irresponsible, and that being responsible means saying no to everything. But here's the truth. You can be responsible and enjoy life. See, being guilty does not build wealth. Building a real financial system does. And every dollar you spend should reflect your values, not your fears. And so when that shift happens, money can stop being a source of shame. It can actually be a constructive tool that you feel good about using because you are using that money to fulfill your vision of an amazing life. Let's be real, bad advice doesn't just waste your time, it can quietly cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. For example, delaying investing until age 35, that's over $500,000 gone by retirement. Never negotiating your salary, that's $100,000 left on the table. Or following the advice of just budget harder leads to burnout, resentment, stagnation, and worst of all, playing small. Imagine saving $20 a month on coffee while losing $20,000 a year not asking for a raise. That's the trap. That's what so many people do. They are obsessed with playing small, asking these increasingly irrelevant questions, but not looking at the major opportunities that could give them $100,000 or $500,000 more over time. We're not doing that anymore. You've already started doing things differently in this video alone. You've built a system. You picked one big win that's meaningful to you, and you created a plan based on your values, not somebody else's spreadsheet. And now you know exactly what $100,000 means to you. You stopped allowing guilt to run your decisions, and you are starting to truly internalize the cost of bad advice. To put it plainly, you are starting to learn how to win with your money. Now, this system works. You can be making $37,000 a year and still hit $100,000 in savings. I've seen it happen, but there are so many everyday expenses that will quietly keep you from growing. So before you go, watch this. 20 things that are a complete waste of your money. Because I don't want you to let these silent money traps stop you from building your first 100K.